crosswind and I'm trying to head straight to a spot. And this thing helps me track really well.
All right, we're back now. A little
hiccup. We got gremlins.
Yeah.
Gremlins in the wiring.
It's always something with here at the studio. But we're back. Got the anglers checking out their spots.
This is before lines in, so everyone's either at their spot or they're heading to their spot before that first cast.
Yep, getting that little inspection of what's going on around the water, just in case they want to make a move before lines in. Again, this is Zach Hall right here, PA-14. This is Jeff Fader with the PA-14 360.
Get my Allen wrench out. Tighten up my drive a little bit. I got a little squeak.
I believe all three of our anglers on this event are in Hobie PA-14s.
That's correct, yeah.
Zach's already at his spot, protected from the wind.
Think it's the spot, or you think just stay out of the wind?
I'd start there if I was going to fish.
I would too.
I'll already be over a mile up the lake. I'm heading to the northern end of this lake. Or 2 weeks ago I did all right. I filled the limit.
They're out on Lake Lancer today.
These winds and these temps. I dropped the whole lake temp down. I really don't know what it's going to be like. Kind of going into it blind. But I'm just going to do what I did last time. See if I can't get me a limit quicker. And then expand on it. In doing so, I'll check the water temps while I'm here. Unfortunately, I just put my kayak in the water, so my temps are steadily climbing as I'm pedaling through. So I can't really gauge what the temps were back there. Air temperature is just over 30 degrees, so my graph right now is 48.2. So got some catching up to the actual water temps. It should plateau here soon though. I think it's in the low 50s.
All right, so just to run over a couple things when it comes to World Series of Fishing, this is a qualifying event. There will be 3 anglers per division, an Angler of the Year, a Shootout Champion, and then the divisional qualifier winner. Adam Drabeck was the Angler of the Year, and Chris Wilder was the Shootout winner. So they've already qualified for the World Series of Fishing, and we'll see them later on in the next couple weeks at the semifinals. This is a 3-hour tournament with MLF rules. Diesel, do you want to run over those rules real quick?
For those of you that don't know what MLF rules are, that's where they take the total weight of the fish you catch. But with us being kayak fishermen, we're going to go with the total length of the fish. So every fish to be able to score it has to be 8 inches or longer, and you probably have heard those rules from doing our league night events.
Yep, so pretty simple. So you're going to see the anglers catch and measure any fish over 8 inches, so it's just going to be, hopefully we'll just see them just throw them in the boat. So we're going to go back to the water and see how they're doing, about ready for first cast. Looks like Jeff Fader found a spot out of the wind a little bit, possibly drop shotting maybe.
It still looks cold.
Maybe throwing a swim bait. He had mentioned something earlier about catching a limit. That's going to be huge for these guys today.
I think that's key, to just get 5 on the board.
Just need your 5 fish, that's right.
2 weeks ago, I seen some good fish back here, but they weren't interested in anything. I worry about the cold, but it's just worth trying to keep it honest. Oh, there's bass everywhere in here. Holy cow.
We'll see if he can get some of those bass to cooperate today.
Oh, tons of gill and bass.
A good sign though.
Stuck up in here. Wow. more fish than there were. I'm just kind of somewhat on my way. I'm just gonna try to keep it honest. I'm not all that confident I'm gonna see a bite, but get the net on the ready just in case.
It's a good idea. Always be prepared, because you never know, especially in these cooler days when those fish
something's
might
going to
bite.
hit you.
Especially in a 3-hour tournament, you gotta be prepared. Looks like Zach Hall's moving to a new spot. Maybe just moving up the shoreline a bit.
Zach looks to be focusing on shallow structure while Jeff is out fishing deeper structure.
Looks like there's quite a bit of difference in shorelines, though. When they first launched, they had a rocky shoreline. You know, now Zach's back with some. Zach was around some docks and houses. Looks like Jeff was out near some timber and whatnot. Hero is actually there. Looks like he's kind of fishing near the shore too.
Looks like everyone's got the spinning rod in their hands. Fishing that slow finesse technique.
Just something to point out, these qualifier broadcasts are condensed broadcasts, but as we will move into the semifinals and the championship, we'll play more of those broadcasts, because we're trying to get through these qualifiers in a good manner. But rest assured, when we get towards the semifinals and the finals, well, we will play the entire broadcast. Change it. Is that a chatterbait?
Old trusty.
Hard to beat a really seasoned chatterbait bite that's on.
It's something that just makes you feel good, just hearing that thump when something bumps that chatterbait.
Good feeling. I mean, it could be anybody's game, and it could be shallow or deep. I mean, it's obviously too soon to tell what's going to be.
Yeah, we're seeing everyone fishing shallow. Everyone looks to be in different kind of cover. Jeff looks to be on working a shallow drop off. In our last photo, we saw looked like some more rocky area.
Switching up. I think that was a wacky rig, Sanko, maybe. Looks like it. Now, I think Jeff did mention he had traveled across the lake to get to the spot.
Yeah.
Getting that chatterbait out and let it run right away. Trying to find some fish.
Still no fish on the board from any one of our anglers.
Still pretty early. I can imagine the pressure's on. These 3-hour tournaments can really make or break someone.
It definitely becomes more of a mental game when you have this little time to catch as many fish as possible.
That's true, yeah. If you get in your own head, it can be a tough 3 hours. All right, so we got the leaderboard up here. Still, so far,
Still zeros across the
nothing on
board.
But like we said, it's early. We've still got plenty of time for these guys to fish. I think we're going to see fish on the board. Lake Lancer's a good lake. We've got 3 great anglers. I would think that at least we're gonna. I would hope
I
we see
think
one.
we're going to see, fingers crossed, we see at least one fish get caught today.
I think we see one fish, but hopefully, I hope we see a limit. But when it's cold like that and you get a cold front early season, it's
tough.
a good game.
It can shut it down real quick and just make fishing even more tough than what it would be that time of year.
That's true. We're going to take a quick commercial break and hear from our friends at Old Town. All right, we're back, folks. Still here on Lake Lancer.
Still no fish.
Looks like Zach has made a move. Trying to fish some culvert, a little bit of reeds.
Shallow culvert, maybe find a little moving water.
Yeah.
Some current.
And he hooked up. Could have been a pipe, could have been a stick. Get that line back in the water, see if that fish is still there.
Oh. I heard splashing. See rod bending.
Wrong pole. No!
Oh.
Damn it.
That's a tough feeling.
That's a heartbreaker.
Stinks.
You lose your first fish at the boat.
Well, at least he's found a fish. That's huge. So
That can be a confidence booster.
Girl's favorite thing about fishing is getting hung up.
Jack all having a bit of troubles here.
Funnest.
This is all part of fishing. Getting stuck.
The most fun you can have. Just good times.
We've all been there.
Oh yeah.
No angler is immune from getting stuck in the trees.
One of my stops up here about 100 yards. I really honestly could be throwing right out here too.
I have to say, there
It's
is
similar,
a
but
ton
it's
of different
without stumps.
shoreline on Lake Lancer.
I think the wood I think the wood that's in front of this other one.
Yeah,
over
there's
here is
definitely a
not
little bit
as
of
deep.
everything. I mean, you got your standard seawalls, docks, rock, shallow water,
reason I can't
reeds, culverts. There is a
drop
little
it
bit
in.
of everything.
And just see. If I can just get a rogue or a bonus fish here. Just cruising around.
See if Zach. See if Zach can make it happen again. It can be defeating, but it also can be a confidence booster
Yeah, to know that-
catch and lose a fish.
So at least there's something there.
Right.
It is snowing right now.
Yep. You guys
Pure
heard it.
Michigan, baby.
Snowing.
It is Michigan.
Pure Michigan. I need to hurry. Don't waste the time. Just get to where I know they are. Start this limit. Oh wait, never mind.
Bit of action from Jeff here. Start to see the excitement a bit, or the nervousness.
Just as I say, I need to go where they know they are. I've got a decent one.
Decent one that is.
See? I was cruising through here, and like I say, it was similar to where I was headed, just without wood. So I thought that the wood would have been key, so I was kind of hurrying to that area, and lo and behold, I found me one. So you could call it a bonus fish, or it could be a bonus area. So clear lake, so I'm going to try to be a little quiet. This will have me set up a little bit and maybe fish this a little more. For now,
Right now,
we're going to get a picture of this boy.
Raymond's not sure how CPR tournaments work. He's gonna lay his fish on the board, get to calm down, and then take a picture and then submit it for judging. And after that, he'll release the fish, and then he can continue to fish after that. For anyone curious, for 2022, there will be over a dozen leagues throughout the United States. Heard from Jeff Fader there, 16.5 inches. There'll be a dozen leagues throughout the U.S. and Canada, and we expect that number to continue to rise.
0.5. Why am I not seeing anything?
If you're interested in having your own league in your area, reach out to us at topwaterseries.com.
Well, that is our first fish on the board.
Jeff Fader, 16.5, currently in the
Do a
lead.
little selfie, first fish.
Jeff Fader, a man of selfies. He has taken a few
All
over
right, buddy.
There's,
fishing career.
there's nothing wrong with a fish selfie.
You wouldn't know about that, would you?
I do a couple of them every now and then.
Back to Zach Hall. Still working that shoreline pretty good. Got himself unstuck.
I drove past it. I just cast it and let it sink. Didn't twitch it, didn't move it, nothing. And I was driving past it, so I went to pull it in, you know, and reel it in, and what do you know, load it up. So, oh, we got some wood out here. There's some branches right there, down there. I didn't see those. I see some more spots right there. Save that. Might have found me a new area. I got some fish down here. About 10 feet of water.
Looks like Jeff is gonna
50.9
try this
degrees.
spot out before
Pretty
moving
much on
to
Main Lake.
the next spot he was talking about. Said he was looking for some wood and he found
Sets are
some
free,
wood.
y'all.
And about 10 feet of water, so Jeff's fishing a little bit offshore.
Next, up here in the culvert. See if he can hook back up. Trying to get that bait under that culvert. All right, so as you saw, those guys, we finally got some action a little bit.
Finally found our fun fish.
Got our first fish with Jeff with that 16.5-inch fish. Zach had one on the, right next to the boat.
Heartbreaking loss. It's
Lost it. It happens. It's a part of that fish at the boat. It's a heartbreaker.
We've all been there before.
But another thing to note, for anybody curious, I'd like to give a big special shout out to our camera crew for the World Series of Fishing in 2021. Cody Hart, Mike Anderson, Kyle Van Leuven, Steve Kruger, Hunter Anderson, Kat. Big thank you to all of them for helping us out. Wouldn't be able to view this footage and watch these guys catch these fish without them. So we're gonna go back and see if they're getting more fish in the boat.
See if we can find some more. Let's get more than one. Looks like we have more snow. I see those big white flakes coming across that camera.
Fine. Now, if you heard earlier, Jeff said the air temp was in the 30s. Anybody that hasn't fished in a kayak or in general in the 30s, it can be tough. It can be tough to stay warm when it's that cold.
Hands start to get cold. Dexterity starts to go down. It's
adds
not the most fun. It adds a new element of
Yes, it does.
struggle to your already struggling bite.
Look up again from Jeff Bader. Appears to be in that same spot where the first one was caught. Fish in the net. What's he got? He's looking over pretty good.
Might be close. It didn't look to be a giant one when it came up. Messing with pliers. That's got to be a pike.
Looks to be a pike.
When you pull out the pliers, it's probably a little toothy critter.
Mm-hmm. Back to Zach. Let's slow the air here. Looks like he's moved from the culvert now. Fished some lily pads. Must be he could not get that fish to cooperate back at the culvert.
That's a hard thing to do, is to leave a place where you hooked a fish and try someplace else. It's part of the mind games that fishing is.
It's tough with that, you know, never leave fish to find fish. But that one fish isn't there, or if it's not there cooperating, you gotta move. Zach Hall still working really hard to get that bite on the shore here.
That first bite is actually the only one we haven't seen get a bite yet.
Still searching for that bite. It appears that Zach has pissed off the locals.
Loud ass birds.
And geese don't play.
And,
See, I've got fish down there.
back to Jeff Fader.
I just don't know what they want.
Paying a lot of attention to his graph, keeping an eye on where that structure is and where those fish are.
That can be one of the most frustrating things. When you see fish, you're on top of fish, but you just don't know what they want to eat. So you're throwing everything you have in your boat at them. And they're just like, not today.
Yeah, I lost both my first two fish today, and I broke my pedal drive. So I'm having to baby it right now.
That's never good news.
Yeah, as you heard from Zach there, broke his drive, and you can kind of hear it is not making a good noise.
That is not a healthy Hobie.
Zach Hall throwing something new. A jerkbait to me. What do you
Yep,
think, Diesel?
looks to be a jerkbait. I saw that quick jerk movement.
Zach's pulling out to assess his drive here.
This is never a fun thing to try to fix on the water.
No, and these anglers are competing for a Lines and Fabworks trailer and an Old Town Autopilot 136, so it's a huge deal.
Yep, those are some big prizes on the line.
Fader's still trying to get more bites there on that spot where he caught the first 2 fish. Granted, the second one was a pike, but
Yep, still only 1 bass on the board.
that's true. Well, all right. Got a few words here regarding the creation and some of the challenges with the World Series. Diesel, you want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah, creating the 2021 World Series of Fishing has been a challenge for sure. Early on, we had some camera issues, so not everything is working the way it should, just like our gremlins in the studio tonight. We had over 300 hours of editing to be done. That was mostly done by Kyle.
We've learned a lot through this, though, and the 2022 World Series of Fishing episodes will actually air with about a week or 2 of filming. So starting in late spring, the 2022 World Series of Fishing will begin airing and will continue all summer long. So we're going to get back into the Lake Lancer and see where our competitors are at. Still
just
fish.
1 fish, 1 bass on the board, 2 fish we've seen caught.
Hopefully we can get back and see what's going on.
We are Yak Attack, a leader in watercraft accessories and mounting systems made in small town America with a built for life guarantee. From rod holders to fish finder mounts to cleats, tie downs, and more, Yak Attack products attach quickly and easily to your boat or kayak, including virtually all built-in track systems. For more information or to find a dealer near you, visit us at yakattack.com.
A message from our sponsor, Yak Attack there. Great products, gear for kayaks. Go check them out.
Every kayak fisherman has something Yak Attack on their boat.
Anything from camera mounts to flags to rails, rod holders, crates, they've got it all. Great company.
All the camera mounts our anglers have on their boats today are Yak Attack camera mounts.
It's over, folks. I don't even have time to get over to the island. There's nothing back here. I took a gamble, came all the way here. Temps are getting colder. I'm already down 3/10 of a degree from the main lake. Man.
This has definitely been one heck of a struggling day.
Still a little bit of time left. Anything can happen in the last few minutes of a tournament. Yeah, it's still out there.
Out there in that wind, it does not look to be super fun.
Making sure that drive just can last final bit of that tournament.
Yeah, that's one heck of a bummer day. Lose your first 2 fish, break a drive, just struggle all day, but that's part of fishing.
Jeff's still searching for more bites there. I mentioned earlier he can't make the run to his next spot. Just going to fish it out here and see what happens.
Maybe he can find just another fish. Maybe the rest of our anglers can find their first fish.
Always fish to the end.
Nearing the end here.
It's just a hard day. You You always want to put a fish in the boat. Just finishing up your day with a big zero is just a defeating feeling that no one enjoys.
We've all been there.
Michigan did not want to cooperate today with any kind of nice weather.
Yeah, that's it.
But that's part of early season bass fishing.
Yes, it is. Pretty significant chop there. Nothing these guys haven't dealt with before, but
Zach's still limping around on half a drive.
yeah. Think we'll see anything in the last few minutes here? I sure hope we do.
Yep. I hope we get some last minute action. Just something.
There's only one fish in the game. I mean, it could still be anybody.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game. Just takes one decent sized bite to knock Jeff from up top. Looks like Jeff's got another one on the line here. That definitely looks like a scoreable bass.
Definitely tell that time is on the clock here. He is rushing to get that fish measured.
Here's Johnson. Looks like he's off the board.
Those early fish can be feisty.
That is one of the most stressful times, is when you're trying to get that fish to calm down and get that picture to submit.
Mm-hmm.
Like just got his photo in, dumped the fish off. No fish selfie this time.
Game face is on.
You have two fishes in with 33 inches, and everyone else is still sitting at that wonderful goose egg.
Back to Zach Hall. In these conditions, overcast sky, windy, cold. Doesn't get much more tough than that.
No. You can just hear that wind just whipping.
On the last minute or so here. Just searching for more bites.
Everyone just wants that. Jeff wants that one more fish, and our other two anglers
10
are looking for a fish.
Now, people that don't know, they did not know where they were at compared to
Well,
the
it wasn't a lack of
competitors.
effort.
So they had no idea.
No,
what
they
was
have no
going
idea
on.
what their other competitors have done.
Or in most kayak tournaments, they allow the results to be viewed while the tournament's going up until an hour left of the tournament. So these guys were totally blind, knowing where
Yep.
their competitors were at.
For all 3 hours, no one has any idea. No one's catching fish, or some guys out there whacking them. It's just, you just know when you go back to the ramp.
So right now, our competitors are headed back to the ramp.
A covered a lot of this lake, pretty much all the way north, and looped all around. Managed 2 fish, both 16 and a halves.
Just hearing Jeff's tone that he feels like
He's
got beat
worn
by the
out.
lake.
He's like,
Yes.
I feel like this lake just defeated me.
Yes, yes. That's a tough feeling, Jeff. He is a
They're all great.
anglers.
They're all great anglers. They're all
Jeff's
used to
been
catching fish.
in big tournaments. He knows the feeling to be on top, and he knows that feeling to be on the bottom. So right now, he has no idea where he's at. Only imagine how Zach Hall or Zach Solier feel with no fish.
With
in
no
the
fish on the board, they're just like feeling completely defeated. Like this, just wait. This weather, this lake just kicked me. Yeah, you know it's early season bass fishing when the boat docks aren't even in the water yet.
Mhm. Here's your leaderboard for the day. Jeff Fader, first place with 2 fish, total length of 33 inches. Both Zach Hall and Zach Solier going home with 0 fish.
No fish.
That's going to be a hard one to swallow.
But that's really tough fishing. That's what early season bass fishing is. Sometimes you only get 2 bites and you have to capitalize on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw Zach lose those 2 fish early on, and that could have been the difference.
The thumbs
Good
down
old
from
thumbs
Zach
down.
Hall. We have all been there before. These guys are going to get their kayaks out, get stuff put away, and
Do a little ramp talk.
do a little ramp talk. That's
Tell
right.
stories of all the fish they caught, which is not a lot.
These guys are going to talk a bit. So we can see that
They're telling stories.
they're sharing their frustrations with each other. It can be tough like that. I'm sure they weren't preparing for the cold front.
Yeah, to
And,
be that cold, to go from relatively decent during the day to
Right.
30
Well, it's-
temperatures of 30 degrees and water temps of upwards of 50 degrees.
Right.
That's just tough fishing.
And Jeff said like 2 weeks before that he caught a bunch of fish.
Yeah, and
So
that's
you go in with a pretty good confidence, think it's crushed that. It's tough.
then that
It can be
cold fin
tough.
just rolls in and just everything changes. But that is fishing. That's
Yes.
what happens. Like it can change
Right.
like that.
So again, with the leaderboard, Jeff Fader
Jeff Fader wins this event
wins this event.
with a grand total of 33 inches on 2 16.5-inch fish.
Yeah, that's it's all it took, but hey, that's probably not
Sometimes
where
that's
he
all.
wanted to be.
Sometimes that's all you need is just to land 2 bites.
That's true. I'm sure the other guys wish they would have been up there as well, but hey, that's like we said, that's just part of it. All great anglers, just water,
Just sometimes it
Michigan,
just doesn't work that way.
fish, everything.
Not every
Yeah.
day you smash them.
That's true. But next week, we'll be back here again.
We're doing it all again. Hopefully we see more than 3 fish caught. Yeah, 3 fish.
3 fish caught.
Hopefully we'll see more fish action next week. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Yep, and that's going to be the Lakeshore Qualifier, so same time, same night, we'll be here. I'm Grant Benink, here with Matt Diesel, and we'll see you next week.
We are Yak Attack, a leader in watercraft accessories and mounting systems Made in small town America with a built for life guarantee. From rod holders to fish finder mounts to cleats, tie downs, and more, Yak Attack products attach quickly and easily to your boat or kayak, including virtually all built-in track systems. For more information or to find a dealer near you, visit us at yakattack.com.